Hi friends, and welcome to the next video. Again, we have our very beginning series, how to hold your sticks. This is going to be part 2, okay? So if you haven't watched part 1, go back and watch part 1 because there's very important information you need to know in order to do what we're doing here today. So if you watched part 1, you know that the thumb and the forefinger here are holding the stick in a very natural way, and that the line of the stick follows your arm. You're not like this, and you're not like this, okay? So it's very natural. Everything you're doing is natural. Nature will help you tremendously if you know what to do, okay? So the next part in holding your stick, you have the thumb and the forefinger. The next thing, the element, is the middle finger, okay? The middle finger is going to just rest on the stick. As you open or go up like this to position 1, you know that your hands close, your fingers close. If you're in position 2, your hand is just like this. You're up like this, your fingers are going to close because all the tendons are connected and it pulls your fingers closed, you know, right? So with the stick in your hand, you're going to lightly rest the middle finger on the stick between the first joint and the second joint right there. Somewhere around there is where you're going to want to rest the stick. I say somewhere around there because everybody's built a little differently. Maybe you have longer fingers and one's longer than the other, you know. So you just have to, you know, check out what is working for you. So with that finger on the stick like this, you don't want to wrap it around. You don't want to do this, exaggerate. You don't want to hold down with the back fingers or clamp down on the stick in any way, right? You just leave your hands alone and simply lift. And you see the middle finger is going to be touching there naturally, okay? I'm not doing anything. I'm not putting the middle finger on there, okay? And that completes the fulcrum. The fulcrum is a point of balance of an object, right? So the fulcrum in this case lies within these 3 fingers, okay? The index finger has a lot to do with control, and the middle finger is kind of like a pivot point, if you want to say that. You know, let's say if you do this, you'll notice that there's a pivot point, but also if you do this, there's a pivot point. So you just have a little bit more control when you have the middle finger on there as well, okay? You might think of the index finger as kind of a guide, you know, a guide for the sticks, although I don't like to use that term because it's not completely correct. But it's important to know that in a very natural way, you'll be able to play relaxed, not giving commands, extra commands to the fingers to do something, okay? Remember, a command is a signal from your brain that comes down through your arm and down to your fingers to do something, to move, right? So when you have your grip like this, you'll notice it's as if nothing was in your hand, okay? Very important to remember for my beginners. Now, the next thing you want to do is hold the sticks in the positions, right? Position 1, position 2, and neutral position. Murray, one of my teachers, had me do that for like a week, okay, in front of a mirror to make sure that I had the positions correct. Because later, you know, as I explained in the first video, you need the positions to execute the proper strokes. So the next thing you want to do now is actually produce a stroke on the pad or the drum. Okay, so how do you do that? You're in position 1. You simply drop the stick down, okay? Follow it down. Don't push it down. You follow it down, and whatever rebound you're getting, you play off that rebound and just bring the stick back up. Now, it's important to know how the stick falls, okay? Imagine this was, you know, the stick falling. That's the speed that it's going to fall. Not like this, okay? That means you're pushing the stick. So just follow the stick down and bring it back up very gently while having those 3 fingers on the stick. These back here do nothing, okay? They do nothing. Don't clamp these fingers around the sticks. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very gently feel the weight of the stick. Feel gravity pulling the stick down, and feel the bounce that you get off the pad, and follow that as well when you bring the stick back up. Okay, don't go like this and then out. Follow the bounce. You see, I'm letting the stick drop and I'm following it. What this will help you to do is help you to connect with the forces that are at work, okay? One of them is the weight of the stick. The next one is gravity, how it pulls the stick down. The response is the next one of the stick off the drum or the head. Okay, so you're learning to work with these 3 things. Don't be this guy. Okay? All right. That means you're not in touch with those elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, palms facing forward, not sideways like this, not this, okay? Not this, not sideways like that. Palms facing forward, palms facing down, position 2, and palms facing back, okay, in neutral position. All right. So the next stroke you want to do is this. You want to drop the stick and you want to stop it, okay, around here. The way you do that is you slightly grab on to the stick very gently grab on to the stick. Don't clamp down with the rear fingers like that. That is something else, okay? Right now you want to work in the most natural way possible so that your hands and your wrists can create muscle memory, and you can begin working with this grip. If you've never held sticks in your life before, this is very important. Now, to my intermediate and advanced guys, you might have your own technique happening. Please, this is for beginning guys, okay? It's important not to confuse people, to give them straight information that's not a bunch of things at once, okay? You can put finger technique, you can do this and that. Man, this is for beginning people, all right? Very important, my beginners, that they understand with clarity and simplicity what's going on. Okay, so the next thing, you just hold the stick down like that. And you do that by slightly putting pressure on the stick. It's as simple as that. If you go like this, you're gonna have to put a lot of pressure and you see you get a lot of bounce. So don't throw it down. Just follow the stick down and let your body get used to this, okay? So now, this is how you're gonna count it. You're going to do this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? The height you should have is somewhere around here. Try to get that consistent and not like this and then the next one low and the next one up here. You know, try to get some consistency and work very gently, okay? Give your body gentle guidance until you get used to doing this, okay? Remember, don't clamp on to the grip. What you want to do is create an awareness of your fingers, okay? Sometimes we tend to think of the hand as one unit, one baseball bat that would bam, 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 right? No. You want to start thinking of your hands as 5 separate things, okay? 5 separate elements right here, and you have to be aware of what they're all doing. A lot of times we play And we don't have this awareness. We just clamp onto the thing and hammer down as if the hand was one unit, like a hammer or a baseball bat. No, it's a delicate instrument that will allow you to play freely with expression, with dynamics, right? If you get this together from the beginning, it's going to be a beautiful thing. So when you're doing these exercises, again, 1 and 2 and. Be aware of your hand positions, be aware of your fingers. If you're going like this, don't do that, right? Don't do any weirdness like this or sticking your elbows way out, okay? Just let your hands fall. Now that's another thing. The arms should just fall naturally. Like if you were walking down the street or sitting down, you know, not like this, okay? Just like that. Okay, so we're going to review the exercises again, all right? Here we go. The first exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very natural. Don't put pressure on your hands. Don't create pressure in your fingers. Don't clamp onto the stick. Okay, now the next exercise. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Maybe it seems boring, but this is so important right now that you're able to stop the stick in a very gentle and precise way, okay? That you know when to lift it is the next issue, right? And this is also going to help with that tremendously. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. And again, if you're an advanced player, please go watch another video and you know, realize that these techniques are for people that have never held sticks before, okay? It's important not to confuse beginners with so many details that, you know, right from the start. It's a beautiful thing to learn drums the right way, in a way that's safe for your body. That's always my main concern, is for healthy playing and, you know, full expressions. You know, I crack my fingers a lot. Feels good. So yeah, that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, the lesson site is waiting for you. I'm also doing hand consultations. If you want to email me about it, please do so. Phil@philmaturano.com. The lesson site's www.philmaturano.com. You can see everything there. Thanks for watching. Peace.